have passed by this school many times, but the headmaster never allowed me to enter this place. I am delighted today that I have got entry. Now today, the topic was the current situation of the Indian economy. I hope you read newspapers, so you know that the country is progressing. And you are the young Indians who will inherit this country. You are the future doctors, future engineers, future planners, future administrators, future businessmen. So I'll just say a few words about the current conjuncture and then come back to it later. The country is doing well. I'll just give you one example. Much before you were born, even before I was born, in the pre-independence days, that small island called Great Britain, not one island, many islands, their income was higher than ours, the total income, which is called gross domestic product. Now we have overtaken them. Not only have we overtaken them, you know the country with the largest GDP is the United States of America, then it is China, then previously it was Germany, Japan, United Kingdom. We have overtaken them, and now we are the fourth, if not the third. We may have overtaken Japan as well. But you must remember that we have a large population. So when you look at the per capita income, then we are not third, fourth, we are much below. So your responsibility is, I don't know whether I'll be alive, I'll be glad if I'm alive to see what you're achieving, to make sure that in per capita income terms also we are among the top 10. Now, instead of telling you about what all has been achieved, you can read in newspapers, you can read in various government announcements. I'll go into much more fundamental things. My question that I'll start with is, how does it work? What do I mean by that? Think of this morning when you got up. All of you brush your teeth? I hope you do, otherwise your teeth will go. So you found that toothpaste is there. All of you don't use the same toothpaste. I prefer neem. I'm sure you don't like neem, it's bitter. You had a toothpaste, you had your toothbrush, then you had a soap, you had buckets, you slept on a bed. Your father didn't make the bed, he bought it. Bed was there, the bed sheet was there. Then your mother gave you breakfast. I don't know what you had for breakfast. Bread, jam, butter, or simple roti, paratha, chile, or muri, something you had. Where did it all come from? You know, in the planning era, in the Soviet Union or China, they used to have large computers. They used to calculate. Atota muri lagme. Then who will produce that muri? Tell them to produce the muri. Where will it have to go? It will have to go to Hilly, so much. It's not there. So, and it's not even that it's a self-sufficient village. See, previously what happened, think of Robinson Crusoe. How many have read Daniel Defoe's 1719 book, the classic book Robinson Crusoe? Even if you haven't read it, you know about it. Robinson Crusoe was shipwrecked. He went to an island. There was no one else. So he had to do everything. He had to catch fish. He had to get coconuts from the tree. He had to grow his own crops. Now we don't do that. What do we have? We have division of labor. So people are producing. I'm good at farming, so I produce rice. You are good at fishing, so you catch fish. Someone is good at making cloth, so you weave. Everyone does that, what they're good at. Now, so previously it was self-sufficient. Every man is an island. He produces or she produces everything. Whatever you want, you have to produce that. Now your father or your mother doesn't do that. They do what they are good at. And the rest they buy from the market. Now the market works. That's called the market economy. Market economy, what happens? It's called, in economics, it's called the invisible hand, or drishya hath. As if some computer is coordinating it. What makes it work? What makes it work is self-interest. Why do I produce? Suppose I'm producing mustard oil. Why do I produce it? I'm good at it and I can make money. No one is as good as me. You are selling soap because you know more about soap. So it's a division of labor, and people do what they are good at. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to maximize profit. Not in a dishonest way. Not by cheating you, but honestly. You are buying wheat rather than rice because you like it. So every consumer is doing what they think is good for them, what they enjoy the most. Every producer is producing what they are good at, what will get them more money. And somehow the system works. Those of you who are learning economics, you learn about, as you go forward in your education, you learn how this system, this invisible hand works. What we have learned is, don't try to run it by a computer. The Soviet Union, that's the country of Vladimir Lenin. That is where they had the October Revolution in 1917. They experimented with it for a long, long time. It didn't work. It failed. China tried it under Mao Zedong. Then Deng Xiaoping came and he introduced market reforms. Now let me not go overboard. It doesn't mean that the market is always right. There are problems with market. The first problem is dishonesty. The first problem is, what do you do if I am selling mustard oil, which I have adulterated? So people have to be careful. The government has to regulate. What happens if I have a monopoly? I make sure that in Borobazar, in Balurghat, I drive away all the fishmongers, and I am the only fishmonger, and I charge you whatever price I like. So ensuring competitive conditions. Similarly, externalities. I am producing soap in Trimohini, and I am polluting thee. Who pays for that pollution? All of you. Who makes the profit? I. So there are externalities. So I'm not saying the market is a solution for everything. There are. You will learn as you go ahead. You will learn that markets fail at times. What time did I start? For more than 40 minutes. And you can stop me anytime and ask questions. No, front benches are not allowed. Students, you can stop me anytime. Don't hesitate, okay? If you don't understand something, please stop me and say, I didn't forget. I'll be delighted to answer your questions. Now, but markets work. Have faith in markets. And the markets work better, more the competition. Look at how many companies in the United States go belly up. If you're not the best, you will fail. You'll wind up. Now, I'll tell you one fundamental thing. Who is the father of economics? I mean, we can say Kautilya in India, but Western economics, which is the mainstream economics now, the father of that is Adam Smith, a Scotsman, who used to be in Glasgow, and he spent his entire life in Edinburgh, in Scotland. He wrote a book in 1775 the wealth of nations. I'm sure as Indians, all of you want to know what makes a country wealthy. How can India become rich? In Wealth of Nations, I'll quote you one paragraph that is my favorite. He was talking about a pin factory. You know pins? Alpin, kagoje lagai, pin factory. Now, he was talking of division of labor. Adam Smith was criticized. Some people said, you couldn't pick up anything else. You picked up a thing like a pin, which is so trivial. But I think it's a great example. What did he say? How is a pin factory organized? One man draws out the wire. Loha ache, lohar theke tar. Another straightens it. Soja. A third cuts it. Trityojon cuts it. A fourth points it. The end of the pin has to be sharp, so he has to sharpen it. A fifth grinds it at the top. Opore goal thake ekta, so he grinds it at the top. For receiving the head. To make the head requires 2 or 3 distinct operations. To put it on is a peculiar business. To whiten the pins is another. It is even a trade by itself to put them into the paper. And the important business of making a pin is, in this manner, divided into about 18 distinct operations.